Hi guys, welcome to the Saving Money Show with me, your host Sean. Today we're talking about how to get a dividend every day of the year. Now, we have to realize that this is not my recommendation to buying these stocks. This is just for the dividends to actually correlate. I had to find stocks, go back and find stocks that paid on this date, and then choose the best ones that paid on that day. So I hope you'll reward me with a like, subscribe and comment, please. We start with Kinder Morgan Inc. and it gives an 8.43% dividend. I won't be doing a review of the company because there's a lot to go through, obviously. And Alliance Data Systems, ADS, it's a 1.98%. And Fastenal Company, tick symbol FAST. Now, there are some arguments that there's better dividends out there, but this is a 2.21%. The ones I've gone for are a combination of dividends and growth. However, we mainly want the dividends. Colgate-Palmolive is 2.31%. Holds a third of the toothpaste market share. ED, or Consolidated Edison, which is 3.98%. And you can either have that or you can have MetLife, which is an insurance company. And the reason I'm giving alternatives is because of who the first choice is. I know some people don't like insurance companies at this point, but MetLife give a 5% dividend. And my first choice was going to be Oracle Corporation because of TikTok. But then if the TikTok deal doesn't go through, I still think it has growth behind it. 1.61%. We have Pentar Inc. Pentar PLC, PNR. It's a 1.66% dividend. As I said, they're not all great dividends, but they do have some growth behind them. ConocoPhillips. Now, it's a 5.18%. We're starting a share buyback program, and both them and Chevron are two of the best in their area in the US. Even though oil is at such a low, I don't think it can go much lower. And if you're holding long term, I think in 2 years' time, all the cuts will cause a demand for oil. I know that in 10 years' time, it's all going to be EVs, but there will still be some demand for oil. MAC, Masaryk Company, 8.7%. Kraft Heinz Company. I mentioned this a few times. I said when it was $27, 5.41%. Caterpillar. Now, this is a bit of a wild card. because it's 2.79%. Things could get worse, but then if Biden does win and brings in his infrastructure bill, then it could really move it. You have mining stocks moving up, and they may well place a lot of orders from them. Infrastructure bill, they will. That could mean a lot of orders. I've done a few videos about CVS Health, and that's 3.48%. I've already said how I think any vaccine or treatment will need to go through them. And of course, another one for that space is Walgreens Boots Alliance. However, 5.29%. However, CVS I've put in because it's just breaking out of a downward trend, and the timing just is perfect for this video. Citizens Financial Group Inc. is a bank, a rural bank, 6.3%, and it's one of the few banks that have increased the dividend during all this, and it's set aside a couple of billion, like 2.8 billion for defaults, and I don't think they'll need all that, and that can go towards profits. Vornado Realty Trust. Now this is one that went from still the same at the Zeroni lows, but price of lows. But remember, in March, April time, it was only received 40% of the rent. Now it's receiving 66%, and it's got people on payment plans. Not only that, you keep hearing how the work from home, everyone's working from home. Facebook, who has said that their staff can work from home, but Facebook has taken out a long-term 35,000 acre lease with Vornado Realty Trust. You know, so don't believe that everyone's going to be working from home. My company leases a lot of land, can have a lot of people working from home, and they do not have, they have only had people working from home they've been forced to during COVID. They do not have people working from home, even though they can. And this is a company that is more than 50% of the pre-rona highs, and is 6.27% dividend. And I think once it starts bringing back the rents again, you will see an increase. Invesco Limited. Now, this is we all know about Invesco. This is a 5.42% dividend, P ratio of 11. Now it's almost 50% itself. First Energy Core. Now this is again almost 50% off. It is a 5.45% dividend. You will be getting that dividend soon, and the earnings will be soon, which should push it up a bit. Another insurer, Unum Group. which is an American insurer, 6.83%. The earnings will be at the end of October, and you'll see how is more than 50%. Sorry about that. My mistake. It is a 50% dividend. 50% reduction. And don't forget to hit that lovely like button, almost as lovely as me. Helps with the YouTube algorithm and getting the video out to more people. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Become part of the Saving Money Show family. We give each other hints and tips and updates about stocks and shares we talk about on the show. As well as that, you can ask me to look into any share you want, and I don't charge a Discord fee or ask for a Patreon. All I do ask is for you to comment in the box below and hit the like button. Even if you disagree with me, especially if you disagree with me, I like a debate. And if I do something wrong, I want you to call me on it so I can improve the channel. And why not check out the links in the description below? There's lots of offers. I've used each one of them myself. I wouldn't give you links if I haven't checked them out myself. If you're looking for a free trading platform which should trade your stocks and shares, you know, you can get a free share worth up to £200 for signing up and depositing a small amount. A free trade only requires a £1 deposit. The others require £100 or dollars, depending on which one you go for. Stake has over 3,500 US stocks on their books, which is the biggest one outside of the US. Whereas Trading 212 is one of the best and easiest platforms to use. But as I said, I use all three. Anyway, on with the show. Now we have Chevron, which is $50 off its high, 52-week high. It's 7%. Has the cheapest of all the oil companies. Has the cheapest operation rate, where it only needs a barrel of oil to be $40 a barrel to be able to be profitable. So out of all of them, it's done the best. All of them in the US or the UK, it's done the best so far, but it's still $50 off the high. So I have said to some people in the past who have been against oil companies, if you're going to do it in the short term, there's no harm. You do it in the short term. By short term, I mean 5 to 10 years. You pick some up. For each share of this, you buy a couple of tankers stock. So pick up one of these. You buy a DHT, which gives a 33% dividend, or NAT, and it's still cheaper than buying it pre-Rona. Now, I'm going to show you what I did. Now, I made a pie. I made a few pies, and I made a pie today before the video. Dividend part 1, the rest of it is in dividend part 2, and I've stuck just over £900 in it, which is just over 1,000. And you will see here, and I'm still waiting for some of it to actually go through, you will see some of the ones that I spoke about here. I also added Walgreen Boots Alliance because I think it is a good one to have in as well. And so and the rest is in the second pie. Now, I hope locate the ones from the last 12 months that paid on them dates, and then I had to narrow down the best ones. That's why I gave you 3 for one of them, because I thought it was a bit touch and go. I also have realty income and stable industrial, no TC properties, and in that way, I also have 10 billion in the pipeline, so I have 2 pipelines, and that may seem I'm heavy in oil stocks, but I'm also heavy in EVs as well. But all of my oil stocks are offset by, so if there's a contango, my tanker stocks go up. If oil goes up, my oil stocks go up, and then we get end up with like a win-win. It's like hedging. And then if oil gets abolished, all of a sudden I've got my EV stocks, like my Tesla, my Neo, my Workhorse, my SHLL, and so anyway, please comment. Do you own any of these stocks? Are you thinking of adding any, or are you thinking of putting together a pie just like me? I worked out that it would come to just over 4% per annum, and as I said, there's also growth, a little bit of growth in there as well, and I would be interested in your opinions on that. I'll see you in the next video. That's all for now. Goodbye.